A brief moment during a high-profile appearance by U.S. President Donald Trump has triggered widespread online scrutiny. Footage from the World Economic Forum shows a visible bruise on Trump's left hand as he signed the charter of his newly announced Board of Peace. The images continue to circulate globally, reigniting questions about presidential health transparency. During a signing ceremony at the World Economic Forum, U.S. President Donald Trump was seen with a visible bruise on his left hand. The moment occurred as Trump signed the charter establishing his proposed Board of Peace, an initiative the White House says is aimed at international conflict mediation. Video of the event quickly spread, with viewers noting discoloration on the president's hand as he shook hands with attendees and walked to the podium. The footage prompted speculation online and renewed attention on the president's health. Responding to questions, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said the mark was the result of frequent handshaking and dismissed suggestions of any medical concern. She emphasized that the president remains in good health. The appearance, however, follows similar moments in 2025, when photographs showing marks on Trump's hand during public events in Washington sparked online debate. At the time, the White House rejected claims of intravenous treatment or concealment. The administration has previously confirmed that President Trump has chronic venous insufficiency, a circulatory condition that can cause swelling and discoloration, particularly in older adults.
New images of fresh bruising on U.S. President Donald Trump's left hand are reigniting questions about the president's health, nearly 1 year after he became the oldest person ever sworn into the Oval Office. Across multiple public appearances last week, the 79-year-old president was seen with visible discoloration on the back of his left hand, adding to a persistent bruise on his right hand that has drawn attention for months. The new marks complicate the White House's earlier explanation. Officials had previously said the right hand bruising was caused by constant handshaking and Trump's daily aspirin regimen, which can increase bruising. But Trump is right-handed, making the appearance of bruising on his left hand harder to explain. Medical experts told CNN the bruising itself is likely benign, common among older adults, especially those taking aspirin or blood-thinning medications. Still, they warn the real issue is not medical danger, but transparency. Health has been a sensitive subject for Trump since returning to the White House. During the campaign, he repeatedly questioned Joe Biden's age and fitness, often boasting of his own stamina and asking crowds, "Do you think Biden could do that?"
I think it's very sad, actually. I'm surprised that it wasn't, the public wasn't notified a long time ago, because to get to stage 9, that's a long time. When you take tests, medical, as a male, that test is very standard. I don't know if it's given to everybody, but it's given just about. And it takes a long time to get to that situation. I think that if you take a look, it's the same doctor that said that Joe was cognitively fine. There was nothing wrong with him. Well, he said, if it's the same doctor, he said there was nothing wrong there, and that's being proven to be a sad situation. In other words, there are things going on that the public wasn't informed, and I think somebody's going to have to speak to his doctor, if it's the same, or even if it's two separate doctors. Why did it take so long? I mean, this takes a long time. It can take years to get to this level of danger. So it's a very, very sad situation, and I feel very badly about it. And I think people should try and find out what happened.
Yet, Trump has faced scrutiny of his own. Over the summer, swelling in his legs led the White House to disclose a diagnosis of chronic venous insufficiency, a common condition in older adults. More questions followed after an abrupt return visit to Walter Reed, where Trump later revealed he had undergone an MRI, without initially explaining why.
In recent weeks, President Trump noted mild swelling in his lower legs. In keeping with routine medical care and out of an abundance of caution, this concern was thoroughly evaluated by the White House Medical Unit. The President underwent a comprehensive examination, including diagnostic vascular studies. Bilateral lower extremity venous Doppler ultrasounds were performed and revealed chronic venous insufficiency, a benign and common condition, particularly in individuals over the age of 70. Importantly, there was no evidence of deep vein thrombosis or arterial disease.
Doctors later said the scans were routine and normal, but the vague disclosures only fueled speculation. Asked this week about the new bruising, the White House offered no medical update, instead dismissing what it called politically motivated scrutiny. Officials accused critics of engaging in armchair diagnoses.
The president has spoken about that quite extensively throughout the years. As for the bandages on the hand, we've also given you an explanation for that in the past. The president is literally constantly shaking hands. The Oval Office is like Grand Central Terminal. He is meeting with more people than any of you even know about on a daily basis. He's also on a daily aspirin regimen, which is something his physical examinations has said in the past as well, which can contribute to that bruising that you see.
Still, as photos of Trump's hands circulate widely online, experts say the issue is less about bruises and more about trust. As Trump enters another decade in public office, the smallest signs of vulnerability are now magnified, not just by critics, but by the image of strength the president himself has worked so hard to sell.